Shalom, more praise thee. How about Shemel Shah, double line, Apologia mess. This is another Allah, and I'm doing a quick redux, which word redux, R-E-D-U-X. It basically means like revived. I want to do a quick redux on the Apostle Paul's citizenship, part 5. His Apologia, his defense, and give a little more insight on it. I want to get into this too. It's gonna be real brief. Probably won't even be 5 or 6 minutes, 7 minutes at best. Acts 22:1. Men, brethren, and fathers, hear ye my defense, which I make now unto you. Now, once again, you go to the word defense. It's apologia. Verbal defense, speech and defense, a reason, statement, argument. Right?
Strong's G 627. Apologia.
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 So we know apologia is a verbal defense, speech and defense, a reason, statement, or argument. And that also went here, accusatory-based discourse strategies, where it said apologia are common ways to repair one's image amongst those in public leadership positions like politicians. However, these orated defenses are not limited to politicians. They extend into the realm of the athletic, the performance arts, and even popular culture. Apologias have now become common amongst anyone in public eye wishing to repair their image using public statements, which when possible at the court or at the stairs of the court, speaking among the chief captains, centurions, and the Jews that were bringing up these accusations against them. The purpose of this paper is to read a little bit more. Apologia can be defined as a genre of rhetorical oration that focuses on the defense of oneself against negative accusations of one's moral nature, motives, or reputation. It literally means a speech in defense of oneself. It is not to be mistaken with an apology, where apologia can encompass aspects of an apology. An apology is not necessarily apologia. Apologia can include admissions of guilt and feelings of remorse, which are aspects that most individuals will credit to an apology. However, what differentiates an apology from apologia is that apologia is often done in public. Y'all get the gist of it, because I went to this last show. I just wanted to hit this quick term right here. Right here, the term Christian apologetics. I wanted to go into this last show, but I forgot to bring this out. That's why I said this is a redux, meaning revived. I'm going to this part again. Just this term, Christian apologetics. Christian apologetics is a branch of Christian theology that defends Christianity against objections. So this as that word defense in the Greek in Acts 22:1 is apologia, and apologia is a verbal defense. Okay, it's a defense against accusations. You have something called Christian apologetics, which is a branch of Christian theology that defends Christianity against objections. In other words, it's a verbal defense against those people that object to Christianity, or rather object to the Bible. So that's all I wanted to get to. It's real brief. It's nothing deep. I'll read about it a little bit. As a matter of fact, how many time we got? A couple more minutes. Christian apologetics, verbal defense, speech and defense. There you go. If I look at this real quick, that's probably apologia. Check that. I copied and pasted it, and the word there is apologia. See that? Same thing right there. There you go. It's a branch of the Christian theology that defends Christianity against objections. That's basically it. I mentioned the second sophistic, which is what Spirit had me going to in the last episode, part 5. So that's all I really wanted to get to. I have forgot and mentioned. It gives you an example of that on Acts 17 chapter, which Spirit had me going to that years ago. But that's all I really wanted to get to. So I really wanted to get to. I didn't want to make it deep, and it gives you different colleges and universities often offering Christian apologetic programs. So if you want to call it, well, that's not what we call it. We don't call it Christianity. We just call it truth. An example is real quick. Man, with the scripture. Real quick. Jude 1:3. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. To contend is to fight. That's defense. This is a spiritual defense. Okay? Go that word contend real quick. I know the word there wasn't going to be apologia, but this is an example of that.
Strong's G 1864. Epagonizomai.
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 And just says to contend, which means to fight like a contender. So that's all I wanted to get to real quick. So the Apostle Paul's defense, or his apologia, which is a verbal defense against accusations, just as you have a term called Christian apologetics, which is a so-called branch of Christian theology that defends Christianity against objections. It's a verbal defense against them. So I just wanted to bring that out to go with the whole term apologia. I had forgot to bring it out, so I'm doing a quick redux. So with that, I'm going to close and say, oh, praise the Yahweh Shem Yahshua, double line, apology, and mess. Oh, birds, learn something, shalom.